and start the division, right? They're the ones that are ready.
Hi, everyone. My name is Taylor Moon Castagnari, and I'm one of the Art and Design faculty members here at CSUSB. And we are so excited to have the CICA Museum join us today. Welcome to everyone that's coming in. So we have here Dr. Leejin Kim and Dr. Czong Kim as well. He is the founder of the CICA Museum, and Dr. Leejin Kim is the artistic director and has been so since 2014. She received her degree in sculpture from Seoul National University and received her PhD from UPenn. So she's highly acclaimed and has really done wonders with art open calls and collaborations with the CICA Museum, most recently with Montgomery College and now with our institution. Our exhibit that is in the Dutton Gallery, while not fully installed yet, is Multiculturalism and Belonging, which delves into both student work that addresses issues of cultural identity and representation. And their artists as well explore their own identities. Their side is largely Korean artists, working in a variety of medium. And thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you. So, hello everyone. My name is Leejin Kim, Art Director of CICA Museum. So, can you hear me? My voice?
I'll project a little.
Yeah. So, can you hear me well? Yeah. Okay. So it is my great pleasure to collaborate with California State University's San Bernardino for upcoming show, Multiculturalism and Belonging. And special thanks to the Dean, Ms. Czong, and Professor Casey Gray, Professor Moon Castagnari, and Professor Francis Almendares and Miss Mary Scully and other faculty members and staffs here who helped to make this event happen. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. And let me introduce the founder of the CICA Museum, Czong Kim here.
네.
Yeah.
일어서서 얘기부터.
네.
네. 안녕하세요. 예, 반갑습니다. 제가 미국에서 한 40몇 년 전에 잠깐 공부한 적이 있어요. 그래서 미국에 와서 강연도 하고 몇 번 하긴 했는데 리타이어 한 지가 제법 오래됐습니다. 그러고 나서 미술관 운영하다 보니까 이렇게 여러분 앞에서 얘기할 수 있는 기회가 많지는 않았습니다. 그런데 오늘 이런 자리를 마련해 주신 이렇게 스테이트 칼리지의 여러 그 분들, 제가 일일이 호명할 수는 없는데 하여간 감사드리고요. 그리고 특별히 문 교수님께 감사드립니다. 그리고
let me translate. Yeah. So he studied in the United States about like 40 years ago, and then he came back to Korea and then served as a professor for a long time, and then came back, and then he had a great opportunity to collaborate with the university here, and then he's very thankful to all the faculty members and staffs here.
그래서 오늘 특별히 전시 내용은 제가 알고 있습니다. 그래서 우리 문 교수님과 이제 우리 아트 디렉터하고 이렇게 조인한 전시로 알고 있습니다. 근데 이 전시가 곁들여서 우리 한국에서 아주 그 전통적인 그 공예품과 이렇게 큰 규모의 전시에 우리가 이렇게 같이 낀 이런 전시가 돼서 규모가 굉장히 큰 전시라고 생각합니다. 그래서 영광입니다. 아무튼. 예.
So it's his honor to be able to exhibit here, and also with other exhibition featuring Korean craft here, and then it's a great opportunity to show Korean culture together. Yeah.
그래서 오늘 이 특강 이 렉처는 저희 미술관 소개하고 그다음에 그 미술관 소개하는 가운데 제 작품이 조금 보여질 수가 있습니다. 그래서 제 작품에 관해서 조금 뭐 질문이 있으시면은 거기에 대해서 답변하도록 하겠습니다.
네.
We will introduce CICA Museum mainly, and then some of our projects, and then after that, you will show some of his work. And at the end, so if you have any question, you can freely ask.
네,
casually.
감사합니다.
Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, like he said, we would like to introduce CICA Museum and some of our projects. So we have been doing many experimental projects, but this time I want to introduce the CICA New Media Arts Conference and exhibitions since 2017 and Art Teleported from 2020. Yeah. So I can show you the brief clips about the footage of our events. And then this is the scenery.
Will not keep any secrets. We don't quit. We are flawed, yes. We will identify it was not. I remember I had $51 in my meeting. What?
So the reason we'd like to start with
Great. And the one video. Close the door.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So CICA Museum is located in Gimpo City, the satellite city of Seoul, Korea. And CICA Museum originated from the artist studio, Czong Kim's artist studio, which was established in 1994. The museum showcases unique architecture and garden design and crafted by artists and his team. While Gimpo City has transformed into a prominent satellite city of Seoul, experiencing a significant population growth, our team has persistently strived to develop this space into a global platform for artists and researchers worldwide, as well as a pleasant and meaningful venue for local residents. Since 2014, CICA Museum has connected with over 5,000 international artists alongside organizing conferences, publications, and experimental projects and exhibitions. Simultaneously, efforts have been made to design programs catering to broad audience and children, aiming to introduce contemporary art and important art and cultural topics. It has undeniably posed a considerable challenge for us to bridge the cultural disparities between international artistic communities and local residents. However, we firmly believe that art not only provides new perspective, aspirations, and visions for the future, but also foster mutual understanding among individuals and across the globe. So before I introduce CICA New Media Art Conference. I would like to introduce the first New Media Art exhibition we did, and I curated the show in 2015, and the show is titled Across Voices. So international exhibition features 11 new media artists from the United States and Korea, whose works have been previously introduced internationally, including MoMA, SIGGRAPH, and Guggenheim Fellowship. So let me just show you the brief promo video of the show and the publication.
This notepad looks like an everyday yellow legal pad of paper. In actuality, each line is constructed of microprinted text.
Yes. Pay attention to the model, concentrate. You should become art.
Go back again. Yeah. So there are interviews and essays in both Korean and English versions, and their works were introduced in the book Across Voices, New Media Art 2015 here. And then since then, we have published the annual publication on new media art. So from 17 until 2024. And also, like, we have, at certain point, we have decided to just publish in English since the content has increased. So it took like too much time to translate into Korean. So yeah, we just decided to just publish in one language at a certain point. And yeah. And let me introduce CICA NMAC, New Media Art Conference. And it was first established in 2017 to celebrate art in the digital age and encourage the exchange of ideas on new media art and culture. Through CICA NMAC, we aim to promote a culture of creativity as well as understanding and sharing of cultural values. So CICA NMAC features solo show series and 3 days of conference events, including opening party and performances, conference sessions, and tour and workshop. So throughout the events, international artists from all around the world meet each other and share thoughts and ideas and important topics on new media art and network with each other. And for CICA NMAC tour and workshop programs, we collaborated with Gimpo City in 2017, Anyang branch of Federation of Artistic Cultural Organization in 2018, and Seoul National University in 2019 and 2023. And this year, we collaborated with Gimpo Cultural Foundation. So I just brought the footage, the video, the images. This is from 2018 and 2019 collaboration with Seoul National University. So we took a tour and also have some seminar together. Yeah, and then 2020, everyone may know the COVID pandemic, started. So we had to go to, completely online for 3 years. So this is the, footage. So they originally planned to, physically visit us, but like we had to actually do online. Yeah. So 3 years have been kind of challenging years for maybe all of us. So
At the age of 57, I invited myself the first time to gaze at the phenomenon that I bumped.
and and in 2023, actually we could actually meet again, like at the space. So since last year. And then many artists visited us and did the art performance. Yeah. Yeah, I accidentally closed. So and this is the this year's footage. And so this year we showcased 27 artists and researchers from 14 different countries, including Korea, Brazil, Canada, China, Finland, Greece, Germany, Iran, Israel, and Netherlands, Poland, Turkey, United Kingdom, and the United States. So it's a very truly international. And then when we meet, actually they're from almost all the continents, and then we can share our thoughts on the current culture. And then this is the art teleported. And Art Teleported is the art show and conference for nomadic artists. And Art Teleported was held in Brooklyn, New York in 2019 and 20. And due to the COVID pandemic, because of the theme nomad, it's actually, we had many difficulties continuing this project because the spirit of nomad, like we had to like, travel around, but it was impossible during COVID. So I brought the footage of the art teleported 2019 and 20. And right after the event at New York, like the COVID pandemic like happened. So let me just bring some footage. Yeah, I think
No matter how put it out, there is the return.
yeah, these two videos are included in the video I already show you. So our teleporter started from a simple question about our transforming culture that is becoming mobile and ubiquitous. Many artists, including me, have multicultural experiences and have also been heavily influenced by new media culture. We often feel that we don't fall into a specific identity. Rather, it becomes more like a hybrid. We are living in a rapidly changing new media culture, and sometimes we can relate ourselves more to someone who is from halfway around the world than someone next door. It would be wonderful if we can meet and do something exciting anywhere. So through our Teleported, we aim to create a global network among nomad artists, designers, audiences, and communities, and promote cultural fluidity and flexibility. And we believe that understanding and appreciating each other, we can make, share, appreciate, and live in art in any region and culture. So our Teleported Brooklyn 2019 features 24 artists from US, Korea, Swiss, Germany, Venezuela, UK, Canada, Japan, China, and Israel. And our Teleported New York 2020 features 24 artists from US, Korea, China, Denmark, Germany, Australia, Canada, and Israel. Okay. Yeah. So that's about it in regarding the project we've been doing. So we have many more projects we are currently doing. So if you're interested in, you can visit our website and then learn more about it. And then we brought Czong Kim's works. That's our there. So due to the limit of time, we just would like to introduce works currently exhibited in the Czong Kim's gallery space, right? So this work is a pretty old one of the oldest ones. So he made this steel sculpture in 1970s. Yeah. And these are more current ones. Yeah. So Czong Kim is a founder of CICA Museum, and received BFA and MFA from Hongik University and MFA from State University of New York at New Paltz, and served as a professor at Changmyeong University and visiting professor at Howard and William Smith colleges. And since 1979, his works have been exhibited in New York, LA, Seoul, Korea, through solo and group shows and international sculpture symposiums. So while designing and building his studio himself in Gimpo in 1994, Czong Kim understood art in various contexts of architecture, environment, and nature. So in 2004, he built and opened his gallery. And then 2006, he decides to, found CICA Museum to promote public understanding of art in the belief that art can change our life and culture as a whole. Yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And then this is our website and social media. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
I'll start out with the first question. So I am, through the process of working with you, are familiar with your residency programs and many other great opportunities you have for artists. But since a lot of our students present here today are art history students, do you know if you would be open to the possibility of having maybe curatorial fellowships or residencies in the future? What ways outside of open calls do you think that they might become more involved with you or potentially learn from your programming?
So for conference and symposiums, really there are many art historians coming from all around the world. So I think first thing you can participate in our events is the New Media Art Conference. So many of them are actually art historians and critics, and we also have a symposium for international symposium for visual culture, which will be held in Silver Spring, Maryland, pretty soon from September. From 14th to 15th, and it's an annual exhibitions and symposium since I believe 2020. Yeah, and then I think half of the participants are scholars and art historians. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! That's very exciting. Definitely keep an eye out on their website for opportunities. Do any of you have any questions? I'll walk the mic over.
And one more thing is we are also open to any type of collaboration. So we are open to if you have any proposals as a, curator or, art historians, if you have any interesting idea or experimental project, you can, submit the proposal to us. And then we are very open to it. And then we have collaborated with Montgomery College joint exhibition as well, and other colleges as well. So please let us know. Yeah.
Excellent. Any questions?
Hello, thank you for your time today. I was curious of how CICA and Cal State San Bernardino came about to have this collaboration where talks came from the college itself, or did you reach out from your side, or how does that go about when you're working with colleges?
That one. Okay. So I became involved with the CICA Museum through their actual exhibit at Montgomery College. They had put out a call for Korean-based artists surrounding the idea of new bodies / nobodies in the wake of the pandemic. So reinterpreting the body in the digital age. So after realizing that they had begun collaborations with Montgomery College, I thought, why couldn't they bring basically international exhibits to our university and collaborate with us. And I thought that through the Inland Empire, we would have like a very diverse and rich cultural perspective to bring to the table, essentially. And from there, it was just a year-long plan of selecting artists from both our university side and from artists that were previously represented by CICA.
Oh, so, yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Yes.
Oh. Hi, I noticed that the CICA institution like really heavily represents or showcases like emerging like new media, digital art. And I was wondering, like, was that like initially the vision when you first founded the institution, or did that happen just because like that it's representative of what's happening in contemporary art in Korea or in Asia, perhaps? And I'm just wondering because like I think it's amazing that there is such an institution. Like I feel that's in the stateside, like we're totally lacking in this, and like you only see this kind of work really in like Asia or in places like Germany and Europe. So I'm just wondering, like, could you tell us a little bit about how that happened and where do you get your support for showing this kind of work? Yeah.
I think it's maybe both. So we have many different reasons like to go toward new media art mainly, but not only new media art, we also feature like traditional media such as like painting, sculpture, installation as well. So I don't think it's separate divisions anymore. So actually, I also personally an artist. So many contemporary artists like sometimes like draw and then paint and then sometimes can make video art and perform at the same time. So I saw like majority of artists actually move across like many different medium and experiment with them. So I think one of the reason like we can do is like we can get access to many different media right now. So, and also our like contemporary culture, we are heavily like influenced by, new media art culture. So I think to encompass the current, realities around the globe, I think new media is the kind of more like, I feel like it's a natural thing to encompass. So when you visit our actual show, you will see almost all the media you can think of, from painting, drawing, to new media art. So I don't actually, even architectural drawing, some of, we have some great artists from architecture area. And then I got MFA from, University of Pennsylvania, and then they had great architecture program. And then I was very inspired by their program actually. And then what they're doing has many similarities with fine art in some sense. Like what they do after graduate is pretty different, but when we learn, together, I saw many similarities. So I believe that encompassing like many different media is very helpful to understand each other and bridge gaps between different fields. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Other questions?
Hi. How do you organize with the artists, and how do the artists, come in and contribute to your exhibitions?
We have many calls. So we have many open calls for international artists. So many of exhibitions are from open calls. And then we do have some special exhibitions, planned exhibitions. We sometimes invite artists, but many of them are like from open calls. So we are open to artists from like many different countries. Yeah.
Great question. Other?
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. So, sorry, since you have a lot of artists that deal with technology and the advancing technologies, technologies, do you ever have a fear that there are AI artists or fake artists trying to ruin your shows?
Actually, we have an exhibition, AI art exhibition, and then actually many artists already utilize AI art in their work, and then especially for the new media art conference, I think 1/3 of them are actually discussing AI, and then how to apply the new technology into art, and then if it is like whether it is like threat to us or like benefit for us. So I think it's a big topic, and then we cannot say it's good or bad. It's maybe both. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Other questions?
Mike, hello. My question here is, with the digital artwork being the current priority, as to say, then do you guys have ever thought about what the next theme it would be, for lack of a better term?
Theme?
Yeah, because right now it's like digital, right? And I was just thinking, well, okay, once like that type of exhibition would be over, I'm not saying it's gonna be over anytime soon. I'm just saying like, what will be like the next type of exhibition art that would be like that current theme, you know?
Yeah. So not sure. So maybe I think again like AR is a very big topic these days. So we actually do have a lot of submission like regarding AR art these days, and also some maybe some. I think it will be expanded to more different media, and then it always reflects the trends in current societies. So normally we don't actually give artists a specific topic to them. I think they already have a very important issue in their life, and then it naturally show the topics in their work. So when we have annual publication on new media art, the interesting thing is when we actually assemble all the artworks from different artists, it shows the topics from their works. So it, during the COVID, we actually saw many like frustrations and like, but also the hope from the artist's works. And so each year we share the same topic in different like regions, and it shows from their works. So I actually believe they're like their own inspiration. And then, and funnily, like fun thing and interesting thing is like, even if we individually like face our own issues, when we see the works all at once, actually we share many subject matters, and then they're kind of, similar to each other in some way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I please, you still had a question? Excellent.
This is the founder, correct, of CICA?
Yes.
More so a question for him if he can answer. What exactly was inspiration to create the CICA Foundation? Like what ignited everything for him?
Thank you. So maybe 정옥 Kim can answer. 그 미술관을 처음 이제 설립하게 된 그 계기가 어떻게 되는지.
제가 원래 교수 생활을 오래 했어요. 그래서 평생 교수 생활을 했는데 지금 김포 미술관 자리가 원래는 그 농촌이었었어요. 그래서 전체가 다 그 논이고 이런 시골이었었는데 거기에 이제 스튜디오를 갖고 있었습니다.
So he's been teaching for a long time, and then originally the Gimpo area around his studio was a rural area, like there's some farm around the area. Then.
근데 이제 서울에 인접돼 있는 지역이라서 이게 이게 개발하는 게 있어요. 그래서 이제 그 공업단지라든가 이런 개발 과정에서 그 지역 전체가 이제 그 공단 컴플렉스가 되니까 거기에서 이제 남기 위해서 원래는 제 개인 스튜디오 썼는데 그것이 남으려면 프라이빗 이렇게 개인이 남기는 좀 어려워요. 그래서 이제 이것을 미술관은 좀 이게 공공적인 어떤 기능을 하기 때문에 미술관으로 이제 바꾸게 됐어요. 이게 이제 그런 과정에서 이제 미술관이 되게 됐죠. 예.
So this there have been like long story like between Gimpo City and the CICA Museum because it was originally the rural area, and then he built it like he designed and built 5 buildings there, and then like his galleries and studios and other complexes. But Gimpo City decided to turn it into the satellite city of Seoul. So all the city became like under construction. So even our area, like they actually decide to turn our area into industrial complex. So he fought against Gimpo City for I think about like 15 years. So there have been like and arguments go back and forth, and then finally we have like decided to like turn it into more like a public space so that we like local residents can actually share art together because there will be a lot of population coming into the area, and then they will need some cultural space. So yeah, that's how it worked.
그런 과정에서 제가 이제 조각을 했기 때문에 이 건축을 이렇게 디자인해서 손수 짓게 됐어요. 그러다 보니까 그 미술관에 있는 모든 건축을 제가 직접 한 어떤 그런 건축이 한 6동 정도가 있게 됐습니다. 그래서 건축을 제가 특별히 공부하진 않았는데 그런 경험을 통해서 이렇게 조금씩 짓다 보니까 이렇게 건축을 공부는 안 했는데 건축에 대해서 관심이 많아서 미술과는 건축이 조금 거리가 있습니다. 그래서 건축을 통해서 이렇게 세상을 보는 어떤 눈이 조금 떴다고 할 수 있을까요? 뭐 그런 경험을 했습니다.
Yeah.
예.
So he didn't major in architecture, like his main major is sculpture. But when he designed his own building and then built by himself, he had he grew his interest in architecture, and then also he opened his eyes like on the society and art. So art and architecture is like kind of different area but still connected. So yeah, it was architecture became very inspiration for him. Yeah.
네, 감사합니다.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Other questions?
네.
Can I ask a question in Korean?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
저희 학교랑 콜라보레이션을 하신 정확한 이유가 궁금한데, 어린 이런 아티스트, 학생들이 아직 어린 아티스트잖아요. 그런 학생들에게 기회나 그런 성장의, 그런 것들을 이제 서포트 해주고 싶어서 콜라보레이션을 하셨는지 그게 좀 궁금합니다.
So like she was wondering about how we get to collaborate, each other. So I think it's with I think she explained a little bit about that. So so she joined our previous exhibition, like joint exhibition, like with Montgomery College, and then she's we saw some possibility to actually have another joint exhibition together, and then I think it's a very I love joint exhibitions because actually we have a chance to actually do, cultural exchange and then give opportunities to the local artists, from different regions. And then when we actually have some exhibition, we see, artists from very different, region. And then actually it's very inspirational actually to see artists from different area. And also we can broaden our perspectives as well. Yeah.
And it happened to like circumstantially be the perfect timing with Korean craft yesterday and today being showcased next door was purely coincidental, but I think creates a really interesting dialogue. And I've long admired the CICA Museum for democratizing the art experience for the artist and kind of breaking down those barriers between like the museum as an institution and museum goers, artists, art historians. Other questions?
Hi, you mentioned that a lot of artists from different regions of the world come to CICA. And I was wondering, like, as people who organize this, can you see the connections that people make when they come, from different parts of the world? And what kind of like feeling does that make you feel as someone who put that all together? Like, can you explain any sort of like gratification or just kind of overall happiness seeing connections that artists make and, most of them not even speaking the same language?
Yeah, thank you for the great question. Actually, after I curated the international show, actually it's broadened my perspective actually. So when I was in school, I never learned about like some art from, for instance, like from Middle East or Southeast Asia, like and India. I never had a chance to actually see their works. And then we received many submissions from actually all the continents. And then I was amazed that like there are many amazing artists everywhere. And then they're actually great and then wonderful. And then because our languages are different or cultures are different, we don't have any chance to see some of their, some works in different regions. And then when you actually see artworks from many different regions, actually it opens our eyes actually. And then I appreciate artworks and then artists from all regions. And then I think artists from any region should have, opportunity to show their works internationally and should have more opportunities, to show their works. Yeah.
To piggyback off of that really quickly, I think it's exposed me to a lot of amazing different material practices that are very region specific. So for example, and correct any of my pronunciations if they're wrong, but like Hanji as the Korean paper making, one of our artists used Korean paper sculptures made out of this handmade paper. Another artist installed it onto windows and whatnot, or some artists from the CICA side worked with bojaki, right? Korean gift wrapping. And so I think as someone who's trying to kind of delve more into my own cultural heritage, it's been very eye-opening for myself. Other questions?
So you said that artists come to CICA, right? But I was wondering what makes CICA special as opposed to other kinds of places where artists, because artists have options. What makes CICA special that would want people to come to CICA specifically?
I think it's being special is more a personal thing. So it can be special to some artists, but like maybe not for some other artists. So I don't think like we would be, yeah. Some artists may like us, but like, so everyone has like their own taste and preferences. So I think just what we do is we just do what we can do. And then I think I really appreciate that many artists actually visit us and then wanted to actually participate in our shows. And I really appreciate that. And then I hope that they found the experience meaningful for them. Yeah.
Other questions?
그 지금도 여러 나라랑 콜라보를 하셨는데 혹시 다음에 가장 원하는 나라가 있을까요? 콜라보해보고 싶은?
Yeah, actually, we are open to any different regions. So really, there are some artists like professors from Romania, and then also I haven't visited Romania before. Also, like from like many countries from Europe, and then they wanted to collaborate with us. And then, yeah, even though like I haven't visited them yet, I'm open to like experience and then learn more about their culture. And when I actually experience new culture, I always learn something from them. And then, yeah.
영상에서 그 현대 미술가들은 가장 겁쟁이야라는 문구가 있었는데요. 저는 그 문구가 되게 직관적으로 다가와가지고, 저는 그렇게 생각하지 않았기 때문에 되게 뭔가 화살 꽂히듯이 느껴졌단 말이에요. 그래서 저는 그 문구에 동의를 하시는지와 그리고 만약에 동의를 하신다면 왜 그렇게 생각하는지가 궁금합니다.
Yeah, the work, that one is actually the work from my friend. So he's a professor from Montgomery College. Actually, we actually had a joint collaboration and exhibition. I mean yeah, this one. Actually, I like his works actually. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so this is the work he showed for the show Across Voices. So this is just a simple performance piece. So he wrote, what was it? Yeah, I will not make art in Brooklyn. So everyone, every artist, like not everyone, but many artists wanted to actually go to Brooklyn to make art at that time. So he said just he won't go there. So it's kind of like being rebel. So yeah, so I think he's kind of like enjoying being rebel in some sense. And then yeah, I kind of like it. It's like a joke. So it's yeah.
I think we have a couple more minutes for maybe one or two more questions. Does anybody else have any other questions? Okay, I will ask maybe the final question, and then in the final couple of minutes, if anybody wants to come up to Dr. Leejin Kim or the founder, you can make your way forward. But would you want to give insight into like the grant writing process? Because I know that's a huge part of what you do as in curation and a big part of art history and developing your project ideas. So if you could speak to the grant writing process. Or reaching out to institutions, since I know you've worked with Gimpo.
I'm not sure because like regarding grants, each culture has a different process, and also each culture, like government or foundation company, they have different different, I would say, taste like they're looking for. So I think meeting their like goal and need, I think is important for them. So I think it's still like challenging for us as well. So usually like local cultural foundations like prefer to, feature like local artists. So since we are featuring like artists from many different countries, we find many like kind of challenges to meet their needs as as well. So yeah, I think it's still challenging for me as well. So yeah, so but each foundation and grants have different purposes. So yeah.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today. We are so grateful to have you on our campus and for just the ability to collaborate with you both. So thank you all for attending as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you again. Yeah.
Thank you.